Hey guys, Mapletail here. Today I'm taking on a November art challenge, Tavember by RenMasaoAnkoku. Tavember is a 30-day challenge all about Baldur's Gate 3 player characters, aka Tav. I've seen lots of people choosing to use the prompts for screenshots or writing, and of course, drawing, like what I've chosen to do. I'm going to be talking a little bit about my OCs and their stories too, which may lead to some minor spoilers for the game, so proceed with caution if that's something you're worried about. Let's get into it. Now, outside of Tavember, I haven't completed a month-long drawing challenge in a long time. I usually get bored or burnt out, but a Baldur's Gate 3 one? This was way too tempting to pass up. I've played Baldur's Gate once all the way through with my original Tav, December, and I have 3 other playthroughs with December's Dark Urge sibling, August, a multiplayer Tav Nyx based on my Kakarot OC, and a final one with their sibling Chimera. But I have designed 15 player characters to date, which just so happens to be the perfect amount for each OC to be drawn for 2 prompts, which was the other thing that sold me on this challenge. Today I'll be drawing one of the characters I just mentioned, as well as a few others. To help myself get through 30 drawings, I decided to do this challenge in the form of sketch pages, not worrying too much about perfect lines or coloring, etc. It helps speed up the process and make it more loose and fun. This sketch page features prompts 12 to 15, which are approval, disapproval, date night, and family. I started with approval, with my OC, Nil. Nil is my bard, College of Valor Githyanki. I don't know if I'll ever actually get to her playthrough, but I was interested in designing a Githyanki character either way. When I originally designed her, she was going to be an Oathbreaker paladin, which I like to think is still a part of her backstory, but I changed my mind on her class when there was a different paladin I wanted to play, and didn't want to double up on classes there. If you're gonna make so many OCs, you might as well design around all the classes too. As you can probably tell from the drawing, she is more of a chaotic evil aligned character. I also thought the idea of an evil bard would be entertaining. I chose her for this prompt as I think the character Astarion from the game would appreciate Nil's antics. Next up is Disapproval with March. March is a storm sorcerer tiefling turned rogue assassin. She's technically not a Tav, but a custom Dark Urge character, which I figured was close enough for this challenge. Now, she is a playthrough I will definitely get to one day, leaning into some of the more questionable choices in Baldur's Gate 3, with a blank slate kinda true neutral alignment. March is one to do what she's told, so I imagine when offered the Astral Tadpole in the game, she would accept, taking on the half-illithid form I'm drawing today, something most everyone disapproves of. The next sketch is Date Night with October, an adoptive sibling to March, and also a tiefling and former storm sorcerer who turned to necromancy after losing the connection to the magic he's had since birth. I chose him for Date Night as he's one of my few OC x OC pairings with August. The two's relationship was brief but important. August is from my current playthrough, a drow and lawful neutral to chaotic neutral, a beastmaster ranger, contrasting with October's more neutral evil vibe. I just really wanted to draw the two fancied up together. The last of today's sketches is for tomorrow's prompt, Family, with Starloom. Starloom is originally a Wild Frost OC that I've drawn on this channel a few times, but I love her so much I had to give her a Baldur's Gate AU too. She is a tiefling and a Oath of the Ancients paladin, the paladin that I changed Nil's class for. They are a pretty true neutral OC, but in more of a striving for balance way than March. I chose them for family as I have very recently designed a daughter for her, Sunloom, and was excited to draw her as a little tiefling. I plan to have Starloom romance scale if I play as them, so I kept that in mind while designing Sunloom. I also want to talk a little bit about the sketches from the last couple weeks. Day 1 featured my half-orc College of Swords bard for greeting. Her name is Rainy, and I plan to use her in a playthrough with my squad where we're going to make a whole band of bards, all half-orcs. For day 2, the prompt was lovers, so I had to draw August and October again. For day 3, bestie, I drew Nyx, the Draconic Bloodline tiefling, along with my best friend and brother's OCs from our co-op playthrough. Day 4 was Quest, with another Starloom in full paladin gear, and day 5 was another March for sleep. Day 6 was Free Time with Chimera, the half-wood elf and great old one warlock, reading a magical tome. Day 7 was Talent with my half-drow Lasolite, the Draconic Sorcerer, casting Mage Hand after having to learn to use magic through hand injuries. Day 8 featured Aether for Worship, sibling to Nyx and Hemera, who is a Light Domain Cleric and Wood Elf. Nyx returned for Days 9 Tradition, showing her past as a Life Cleric, like her mother's wanted, and her new path as a Sorcerer, free from tradition and expectation. Day 10 was another Nil for Camp, while Day 11 was another Lasolite for Enemy and their mother Viridian. I also worked a bit ahead. Day 18 is Change with October again, going from Sorcerer to Wizard. Day 17 is Childhood with Wisteria, mother to August and December, as a young girl growing up in nature, fitting for the future Nature Cleric and surface-dwelling half-drow. Day 18 is Hemera again with Love Language, collecting spell scrolls for their wizard love interest. Day 19 is Fashion, with my favorite in-game outfit on half-high elf Oleander, father to August and December, wearing red for his fire-themed powers as a monk Way of the Four Elements. And that's that! For the rest of the month, I'll be drawing a few of these characters for a second time, as well as the rest of my tabs and dirges, December, September, and November. I am very excited to have so much more art for their art fight pages by the end of this. Thanks for watching! For how obsessed with this game I've been, I've made shockingly few videos about it, so this felt like a perfect opportunity to change that while I work on reading Star. I hope you enjoyed hearing a bit about my Baldur's Gate 3 OCs. I'm looking forward to continuing and completing this challenge in the coming weeks, and I'll be sharing all the art for it across my social media if you're interested in seeing the rest. Anyways, I'll see you next Thursday.